Hello, I'm Ellen. What's your name?
My name is Louisa.
May I see your identification, Louisa?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Did you learn to swim when you were a child?
No, I didn't. I tried to learn when I went to the beach with my parents, but I wasn't very successful. I think that's because I didn't try very hard. I just enjoyed being on the beach, building objects out of sand and running up and down the coast.
How often do you go swimming now?
Very seldom, I could say. I don't like indoor swimming pools very much, so if I want to go for a swim, it must be an outdoor swimming pool or a beach. That means I can only do it in summer. Also, I often have problem finding company to go with, and in the end, I just don't go. So not very often, all in all.
What places are there for swimming where you live?
Well, first of all, there is an outdoor swimming pool right in my apartment complex. Unfortunately, I couldn't use it this summer because of the pandemic. Also, there is an indoor swimming pool in one of the sports centers in my neighborhood. I have never been there. I just know there is one. And finally, there are several beaches in the city because it's a coastal area, but it's not very convenient to get to those locations because it's a long drive, 60 to 80 minutes.
Do you think it will be more enjoyable to go swimming outdoors or at an indoor pool?
I'm definitely for swimming outdoors. That's because I can't imagine this activity without the sunshine. I just love to feel the sun rays on my skin, especially when I'm on the beach. It feels like the sun is touching and loving me. Also, I think it's much healthier to swim in the fresh air because it's filled with oxygen. So for me, outdoor swimming is much more enjoyable and hopefully more beneficial than indoor swimming.
I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to prepare and you can take notes.
Okay,
Here is your card.
thank you.
You can start preparing now.
Okay.
You can start speaking now.
I'd like to talk about Elon Musk, who is not only a business magnate but also an industrial designer and engineer. As a child, he was an avid reader. He was fascinated by Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, which ignited his interest in technology and helped him envision how technological progress could benefit humanity. Elon has been involved in a number of companies in different spheres. Early in his career, he ran several internet firms, but I think he has best managed to put his talents to use in SpaceX and Tesla companies. In 2002, Elon founded SpaceX, which is an aerospace manufacturer and the first company to make commercial spaceflight possible. Through SpaceX, he hopes to send humans to Mars's surface within 10 to 20 years. He believes that human species face risks such as viruses, asteroids, nuclear weapon, so it's important to know that we could survive somewhere else. In 2008, he became the CEO of Tesla, which produces electric cars. The goal of this company is to make zero-emission cars to tackle global warming. What amazes me about this person is that from early on in life, he knew he wanted to make a difference in the world, and all of his actions were aimed at achieving this ambition. I wish more people, including me, were just as goal-oriented and determined.
What kinds of people are most famous in your country today?
I think it's mostly people in show business, such as actors, singers, TV presenters, and so on. If you want to become popular in my country, I think the easiest way is to sing a pop song and make a video clip for it. Then publicize it through different media channels, and there you go, you're popular. But this kind of fame will be short-lived if there's not much talent behind it. Another group of people who are becoming increasingly popular are video bloggers or vloggers, as they are called these days. They can share their ideas with the audience through social network accounts such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. The reason they are in demand, I think, is that a video clip is a very powerful tool. It can share ideas or convey ideas quickly, comprehensively, and it's also easy to make. If, let's say, a movie director wants to send a message through a movie, he or she needs a lot of resources to shoot the movie, and then they need to publicize the movie. So the process is long, it's painstaking, and it's quite expensive. Vloggers, on the other hand, can share their content directly and quickly using minimum resources.
Why are there so many stories about famous people in the news?
Well, that's because readers and viewers want to see that information. For ordinary people, celebrity lifestyle is so unusual and attractive that we can't help watching and comparing it with our own lives. We want to know everything about them, where they live, what they do in their free time, or who they go out with. What is actually disturbing is that we feel we have the right to know about their personal lives in detail, and the media gives us what we want. There are actually some media outlets that report solely about celebrities. Take page 6, for example. When you enter the website, all you can see is photos, articles, and videos about well-known people. They often publish information which could be just rumors or gossip, and they actually admit that the content might not be true, but we want to see and hear it anyway.
Do you agree or disagree that many young people today want to be famous?
I definitely agree that a large number of teenagers and young adults dream of becoming famous. If you ask them who they want to be in the future, they will often name professions of actors, singers, TV presenters, and so on. They follow celebrities on social media, see them posting about their lives, and naturally, they wish to experience that glamorous lifestyle. Youngsters often believe that ultimate happiness is about having a lot of possessions and being liked by others, which is why they wish to be like famous people. There's hardly anybody who wouldn't want to feel like a celebrity for a day.
Do you think it's easy for famous people to earn a lot of money?
Absolutely. I think famous people have a lot of opportunities to make money. They get lead roles in movies. They are often hired by large corporations to endorse their products. It's also easier for someone famous to start a business unrelated to their main line of work. For example, when Jennifer Lopez, who is a world-famous singer and actress, started her clothing line, the business became an instant success. People bought her products because she was famous. I don't think the company would be as successful if she wasn't a household name. But we shouldn't forget that most of the time, people who are now earning a fortune have tried really hard to get where they are now. Going back to Jennifer Lopez again, when asked about how she started her career, she has often said that she had to sleep in a dance studio because she couldn't afford for her accommodation. And little by little, she worked her way to becoming a star and earning huge amounts of money for her projects. And such examples are abundant.
Why might famous people enjoy having fans?
Well, first of all, I think seeing the reaction of fans must be absolutely rewarding. Just like everybody else, public people want to be recognized for their work. And from fans, they get words of encouragement and support, so it makes them feel worthy and important. Also, when a famous person receives fan support, I think it motivates them to continue their efforts. So this motivation pushes them forward to create something new because they know there are some people who follow their work and for whom this work is important. And of course, there's an element of profit. Naturally, the more fans you have, the higher income you receive, that you get. For example, because Rihanna is a very popular singer and has a large following on social media, her business in beauty industry is also booming. But again, I think that recognition is the essential value that fans bring.
In what ways could famous people use their influence to do good things in the world?
There are many ways famous public figures could use their position. First of all, they can raise awareness of the public about certain issues. For instance, Leonardo DiCaprio consistently posts on social media about the problems of global warming and climate change. So people who follow him on his media accounts, social media accounts, learn more about these problems, even if they didn't know, even if they were not aware of these issues or how serious these issues were. When they see someone famous like Leonardo DiCaprio posting about it, I think it has a very strong effect on them. Also, celebrities can, and many of them do, call their fans for action. For instance, Liam Neeson, who is a famous Hollywood actor, has worked with UNICEF on multiple projects to protect children. In one of the UNICEF's videos, he calls people to stand up to violence against children. His particular words are, "Stand up, speak out, join us." And of course, influential people can make donations and fund projects. Take Bill and Melinda Gates, for instance. They have been working really hard to eradicate polio. Thanks to their foundation, thousands of children around the world have been vaccinated and thus protected from the disease. So yeah, there are many things famous people could do for the world.